Hi guys, how's it going? This is the Budo Bois podcast, episode 3. Jonathan Mai and myself, Patrick Hemingway, Taekwondo practitioner, Jonathan Mai, karate practitioner, Patrick Hemingway. We have a guest today. His name is Julius. How's it going, Julius?
Going dandy. Can't
Your
really complain.
last name Ramos, right?
Yes.
All right, I remember that because that's my grandma's last name. So last time we were doing this podcast, we were ranking the different martial arts, right, John?
Yep.
And we stopped at a certain martial art called Kung Nu,
Oh God. Oh.
which is a style I've had some experience with. Julius has had a little more experience with.
Yeah.
Julius, do you want to tell the viewers the story of basically how we
Oh.
met in at UCF? Like,
So this so this would be last semester fall.
right,
Um we both happened to go to this karate. Granted, when I looked it up, it was just called UCF karate. I'm like Kung Nu, okay,
yeah,
whatever. I need something to do karate for, okay. I go in, barely anybody's there. It was us two with a green belt and a white belt, and they they act as if we're basic people, which like I guess granted it's fair.
yeah.
But then once we start doing the motions, they're more or less like fabrigasted. The fact that like we're good the way we are. I mean,
Right.
granted, we've practiced for years
We've been to
and
nationals.
we've competed. So we're quite experienced, and and they're like, oh yeah, can you guys like not go like basically balls to the wall, like don't hit each other or whatnot. And we're like, we won't. I mean, like we've done this enough. We have discipline. We know how this works.
Yeah, we
And
have
just
control.
yeah, we have control, and it's they they would tell us to like basically slow down and whatnot, correct us on things that we already know. Um, More or less, it was like a real like a hold back than anything like trying to learn something new. It was more of like a suppression
That
in my eyes.
that is definitely my experience. Be aware that we also rolled in with black belts. I think they told. Didn't they have you? Oh, they told you. This is what they told you. This is what you told me. That you would have to restart your belts.
Yes, I figured kind of give it some time. Maybe kind of thoroughly test the water, see what the rest were like. And they told me, like, oh, by the way, if you continue, you can't have your black belt. You got to go as a white belt. I'm like, that's,
Yeah,
I
you're
guess, somewhat understandable, but like,
nah. You're just too
it's
nice
just
of a
like,
guy.
just like,
That's
give me the
bullshit.
credit.
Yeah, right.
Give me the credit.
Cause what
And
degree are you? You're third degree, right?
I'm fourth.
You're fourth degree. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking impressive.
Um, I've been doing this since I was 10, and I'm 21, I'm about to be 22. Um, so this is like a big portion of my life, and trying to correct me on something I've done that's more than half of my life. It, it's it ticks me off. It's like you're doing something wrong out of your life. It's
Right.
like no, I'm not, you fucker.
Right there. Yeah. And so we got taught by a green belt and a white belt, and then I thought later like maybe the higher belts will be better. I wasn't going to another class after that,
Yeah.
especially after he said something about the belts. I was like, dude, you don't have no fucking clue how hard it is to get this belt in an actual traditional dojo. So I was pretty much done at that point. But you wanted to see the higher belts,
Yeah,
and how
yeah.
are the
I
higher belts?
um very questionable. I mean, like I will say a few of them. I've met, I guess, for the black belts. I met the main guy, which he's all right. Um, my biggest gripe with the black belts is that they just stand there and really don't do anything. The way I was always trained is like what you say, you got to do it too. You do it with the class. The class is a whole
Right.
and just look pretty. Um, but they
They have like grandmaster syndrome from being in
yeah,
first degree.
exactly. They honestly like maybe one black belt out of four actually looked decent and would probably like I was wanting to stick till I could see them spar so I could really see how it was. But doing self defense gave me a slight idea.
Right.
At one point I was doing self defense and a guy's like, "Oh, I see what you're trying to do." So he literally picked up the pace and got. He did it a way a black belt really should do, which is like slightly aggressive and more, I guess, strenuous on it, rather than just like very soft and
Right.
very confusing like their style is.
I mean, you should start off like that when you see another black belt in the dojo with you.
Yeah, and
Not
and
treat him
then
like a white belt. It's like,
and they decided to like once they started running the classes more, um, I finally brought in my white belt after quote unquote forgetting it. Granted, it was in Ocala and I didn't really want to go get it, but they started throwing me with the white belts rather than a higher rank and kind of seeing where I really am at. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
yeah. So wait, you brought a white belt to the dojo? Or to another,
I,
to them?
yeah, I did eventually, probably like the last two classes I went to.
You're, you're a braver man than me, man. By class two, I would have probably just been fucking shouting at whoever the fuck was teaching me.
Dude,
Think that we
it,
handle that either, man.
It's,
Props to you.
yeah. I mean,
and,
Julius, you're definitely the epitome of self-control. You have
but,
that karate
I
roll
need level
mastered.
thank you. But honestly, I would have probably lost my shit if they decided to write on my gi what my name was.
Oh my
Do they
god.
do that?
Yes, they actually do. If you look at all like the black belts, they have their name like written in Sharpie or embroidered.
What the fuck?
Okay, is it in like the American alphabet or is it in another language?
Oh, and it's in English.
Oh
Oh
fuck.
my god. Like the thing is we have embroidery on our belts, not on our gi, on our belts of our name. And the
Exactly.
dojo, which is very common,
Oh.
but on the gi, no.
And like their point was, if I remember correctly, it was so because they have a lot of people and they just do it to help remember.
Help
No.
remember.
That's the dumbest shit ever. It's you fucking remember it, dude. Like I'm already getting pissed off right now. Uh, oh my
Oh.
god. Jesus Christ. And this, oh my goodness.
The
And then,
organization style is interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I remember also, there were also a couple new guys. Remember this, Julius? That didn't
yeah.
have any training. And they're getting like, this is like, this is how freaking these martial arts cults start, right? So
Yep.
they put us with these like really fresh guys. Like they haven't done martial arts ever. I think they did like a week or something like that with this Kung Nu style, right? And we were
Yeah.
showing them, we were doing like self-defense stuff, and we were showing them ways to get out of like headlocks and stuff and like guillotines, I think. And they were getting pissed at us.
Oh my
Even
god, yeah.
even though the guys we were with were like, "Wow, I've never thought about getting out that way." Like they were actually like, "Wow, man, that's pretty good. Like what you guys are teaching us, that's pretty good." And then the fucking green belt, apparently he's the Jun Ri of Kung Nu, even though he has a green belt. Jun Ri, the
Oh.
founder of Taekwondo, for anybody who doesn't know,
Fuck.
American
Oh.
Taekwondo. He's fucking getting pissed. He's like, "Yeah, you guys can't do that. Our master will get mad if they learn something from somebody from a different style." It's like, dude, you guys practice. I thought you practiced the same fucking style. I thought you practiced
Oh.
Shotokan.
No, no, remember now, they're what Vietnamese karate, which is in
Yeah.
itself already convoluted, but
Then they do Wing Chun. Me and John just looked at it. And
Oh,
John's done a lot of like different styles, especially
it's
like Eastern Asian styles.
Oh man, just watching the video where they demonstrated Wing Chun, like yes, they have some of the basics down, but it's only the basics.
And the boxing you said was basic too, pretty
The
much.
boxing was just jabs and straights, no hooks, no uppers,
Yeah,
no stance changes.
yeah. Dude, they
I
had us
remember.
do the basic kata
Oh my god,
how
yeah.
many times?
That was, oh god, probably like 10 times, and then we did it probably 10 times for the white belt, then we had to do it another handful of times for the green belt. And then he's like, "Yeah, I really can't say anything. Y'all clearly have more
Yeah,
experience. I don't know."
he literally said that, John. This green belt guy was like, "Yeah, you guys are pretty good." I was like, "No
Can't say.
fucking shit."
Which
What was it like? What was the form like? What are the movements in it? Like
It's called
what
Taiyoku and
what-
Shotokan. I don't know what it's called in Shitaru. Is that what you do, Julius? Is Shitaru?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it is. I'm trying to remember.
It's probably a
Um,
similar name, but it's
the,
basically
the,
like you're doing a long front stance the whole time, and you're just doing low strikes, and then you're doing punches, pretty much.
that sounds exactly like basic one in Taekwondo.
Yeah, I've seen basic one. It's like the same thing.
Hmm.
It's pretty much the same thing, and we did that 20 times.
Oh
oh
my
my
god.
god. Yeah.
Two guys who have been to nationals and competed, doing this
Yeah, you guys are
fucking
pretty good.
most basic kata. Yeah, and he's just like, ah, man, you're not bad. It's like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You can't teach people practical stuff. Our master will get mad.
Yeah, well,
I remember at one point, um, I went in and they were doing self defense, and I was working with this girl, and like they were doing something, and I'm looking at it, it's hurting, like it was hurting me in the inside so bad. I looked at her, I'm like, "You do this, you need to be careful." She goes, "Huh?" I'm like, "You're literally leaving yourself open. Like this is not good." I'm like, "The way I trained, like I'm screwed. I could get attacked just by doing this." I'm like, "If you do this, follow it up with this," I'm like, "it closes it all off and you're safer." She goes, "Really?" And I showed her. She's like, "Wow, yeah, it is." And then the guy came over. He's like, "Oh yeah, just stick with what we're saying."
one of the
Pat.
fucking grandmaster black belts.
They did like it was knife defense, but it would be a stab.
Right.
And literally what they wanted you to do was take, it was either a hand or both hands, and you just stop it immediately. Like you grab their arm, and it's like, "What do you
Grab,
want me to do?" I
grab
grab
your
both.
arm and let it stab you in the fucking stomach. Brilliant idea.
Exactly. Oh my god. Ugh.
Yeah. Like the sighing. You could hear the migraine coming out of me and Julius right now with these fuckers.
Oh. I mean, like it.
I'm getting heated just by listening to your stories, man.
I did one class. I did one class, and then immediately after the class, I think the next day I called my instructor, and I just fucking ranted. I was like, "These motherfuckers!" And he's like,
Oh,
"It's all right, Patrick. Just it's like it's all right. Like you have to calm me down." He's like,
like
"Just don't go back." I was like, "All right, I'm not going back."
I my dad, he's done karate with me. He's a fourth degree as well. Um, I was starting to tell him my experiences. He's like, "Okay, okay." He goes, "I'll give it benefit of the doubt. It's a different style." He goes, "So you kind of have to give the reasoning." And I would tell him it and show him. He goes, "I can't give them benefit of the doubt anymore." He goes, "This is absolutely stupid." He goes, "What is wrong with him?" He goes, "There's no state of mind or in any way this is proper or can even be functional." He goes, "Yeah, you're better off just like leaving." He goes, "This is going to suppress you than anything."
Yeah, I mean, very true. I felt that after the first class, and I had a feeling it wasn't going to get better. And honestly, I'm glad you kind of did the rest to tell me the full story.
Oh, you're
But
welcome. Oh,
I'm glad I didn't have to go through the rest of that fucking bullshit. Yeah, so
they
that's
would like, God, that class was like 2 hours, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, it was like a 2 or no, it was like a 2 or 3 hour class, John.
2 or 3 hour
And
class.
Yeah, it was pretty
yeah,
fucking long.
and like probably a good half of it was just like doing cardio and just like running around.
See, that's how you know they're just buying time to
Yeah.
meet like a standard.
The thing is like, why is it a 3 hour class though? I've never heard of a class being 3 hours unless it's like a seminar with
And
Yeah,
some higher up guy, you know?
like the shortest I'll have, like ideally, is an hour, maybe an hour and a half, and the longest is like 2 hours.
Yeah. I
That's like
yeah,
mean, like,
the longest
you
one.
get a lot of stretching in there, do your forms, sparring, right? That's how it should be. And these
Yeah.
guys, the thing is, when we did the cardio, like, it was the warm up. And I'm pretty sure me and Julius are leading. And I'm competitive. I think Julius is the guy that's been there for fucking 10 years or whatever at this Kung Nu dojo. I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep up with this guy. And the green belt is behind and he has to stop like twice. Cause
yeah.
he's like heaving. He's like, hold on.
But on top of doing this cardio that's lasting probably an hour, hour and a half, you have to wear a mask.
Oh yeah,
They in absolutely any way, shape, or form, you can't just do the class without it. Even though I've talked to them before going in, they're like, you can. Even on the website, it's like you can if you want. But
yeah, it
once you
was
go in, it's
optional.
like, no, you got to wear this. You have to wear a mask. I wore a mask. My mask would get drenched by halfway through the class.
Yeah, you kind of
Then I brought
waterboard
a
yourself.
exactly. Then I brought a sleeve, and the guy's like, "Yeah, no, that's how our grandmaster died. Yeah, he got vaccinated and all, but he still died of COVID. And please don't wear that." I'm like, this is the sport. How do you expect me to breathe?
Yeah, literally giving 100 fucking percent. We're going
I feel
high
like that's how
BPM.
I feel like that's how their master died, man.
You didn't do enough cardio.
He didn't do
Uh,
it.
Fucking shit,
Yeah, we're
dude.
gonna get headhunted right now. It's
Ah,
okay.
yeah, that's all right. I mean,
uh,
the people that'll be headhunting us can't fucking kick anyway, so I'm not worried.
uh, so yesterday on Tuesdays, I try now to do like I go into the little dojo to practice.
Right.
So I was there from probably like 4:20 up until maybe 5:45. The green belt, he showed up at like 5 o'clock and just
Mm,
eyeballed me through the fucking door.
the
He just
fucking
eyeballed and just stared. I'm like, what's wrong with you? And then he starts to come in, doesn't say anything to me. Then a girl comes in and I practice on the bag. I walk off to cool off, and they go, "Are you part of Taekwondo?" I'm like, no.
no.
Th- Then they go, "Are you part of wrestling?" I'm like,
Wrestling does this?
that's what I'm thinking in my head.
Did
I'm
not
like,
wrestling kicked.
You're pro wrestling? I don't know.
I'm like, no. They're like, are you part of a club at all? I'm like, no. And I just practice my katas more. And he asked what I did, and I told him, and they just stared at me, all dumbfounded. I'm like, it's Okinawan. They still stare at me, dumbfounded. I'm like, it's Japanese karate. They're like, oh,
Uh,
Oh, fucking
oh.
cards.
God.
And then
Yeah,
the green belt started to catch on to who I was.
it's like, does he
He's
not
like,
remember us? Like,
he remembered you. He's like, yeah. He goes, it was you and one other guy that showed up like to the
nah,
first
I don't want
class.
him to remember me. I want him to forget everything about me.
I mean, they don't remember your name, let alone
Good,
mine.
good.
So,
Well, I mean, even in that first class, they just paired us up together because we were teaching them too much. We were teaching the new guys too much, and
oh
we
my
were
god.
too good. Not like saying too good, like oh we're fucking great, but like we were basically better than what they were teaching. So they just paired us up together. And dude, we were literally doing self-defense stuff, John. We were like
Yeah.
throwing each other, we were tossing each other, we were fucking doing axe kicks on each other. It was honestly pretty fun at that point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It's like, all right, we can finally not hold back with each other, you know. So, but it was just fucking yeah. Niche good, not good.
Yeah. No, those were 3 hours of my life, like 1 to 2 times a week. I'll never get back.
Yeah, I wasted 3 hours once. I'm good. Very good.
Right now, I'm looking at the wiki page for the founder of Kung Yu, and he's hardcore, just the founder though.
Right.
And I feel like something along the lines had went wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying all Kung Nu is a shit show, but this one that we had was definitely the worst experience. Like it was an obvious McDojo.
Oh yeah,
Like
Oh
definitely
yeah.
there's probably some style in Vietnam or maybe some like little hole in the wall somewhere in America that's honestly like my dojo or like Julius's dojo. That's just like actually traditional. They actually care. But anytime I see a style that mixes a shitload of other styles, like not even karate, like mixing karate styles, just like karate mixing with kung fu, mixing with fucking boxing and Wing Chun like that, I know, like I don't have high hopes, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. That.
Wing Chun is highly specialized for one thing only, and like the as a guy that went into a class and was treated like, yeah, this is like the perfect martial art. I knew for a fact it was not the perfect martial art, but
Yeah, I don't think
just
any
mixing
martial art
everything
is
else.
the perfect martial art. That's why you
Yeah.
mix a couple of them together and get like your own style, you know.
During one of the sparring drills, they were like, "Oh yeah, like control yourself enough so you don't actually like hurt your partner." I'm like, "Okay, that makes sense." So I was approaching them as a boxer during the sparring exercise, and they couldn't do anything about it.
Jesus,
Cold.
yeah, cold. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Kung Nu. The first and last time I will ever try that style. I didn't. Cause like Julius said, I saw UCF karate school,
Yeah.
and I was like, sweet. It'll be like a club. I can do katas. All I wanted to do was Insu. You know what's funny? After that class, me and Julius started training together
Yeah.
before that class would happen.
Yep.
Dude, just make your own club, man.
Uh, honestly, now that you mention that, that's the plan pretty much.
Yeah.
Dude, if you do that, I will literally come over.
Will you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We gotta make it now.
I've got the Constitution written up. Like all we really need to do at this point is like put the like specific dates and months that we want to be keep important,
Right. And I
and
just gotta
then
figure out a
Active
schedule for me
yeah,
with everything
and
going
then
on.
from there we'll also have to get like the people to, I guess, to speak on our behalfs or like pledge
Right.
or whatnot.
Right. Right.
I'll
Yeah.
do that.
Doesn't even go to the school. Heck yeah, let's do it.
Dude, you know how like I don't know, credible it would be if just a random stranger vouched for you, man?
Yeah, right.
It's
Yeah.
easy to bribe somebody that you know. What if somebody that you
That was
don't?
my plan. I was gonna give every person who signed up $1.
I'll
Uh,
do it for free. Let's come over just because.
Yeah, right. Dude, that'd be sick. I'd love to have you over, John.
Yeah, man.
You're one
I'm
of the
gonna
few
learn all
people
about
I
you.
know who's nasty at martial arts.
Why you
So-
say it like that, bro?
Like nasty as in good.
Okay. I was like,
Can
I know that you meant good, but like, why that word?
can walk the talk. I don't know. That's what we say up north.
It's like saying moist.
That's what we say up north. Like that fucking kid's nasty.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's the story of Kung Nu at UCF.
mm,
Not trying to name names. It's just that's the
Name
style. That's what they do.
Nah, man. Name names, and
Yeah.
then we get more traction.
Uh,
Ah,
anyway, so we stopped at that style
all right.
specifically because we were ranking a whole bunch of them on Black Belt Wiki. There's like
Mm-hmm.
180 fucking different styles, and
Oh, Jesus Christ.
yeah. I mean, you can probably guess that probably 100 of them are shit.
Yeah.
So I saw Kung Nu and I literally had flashbacks. I was like, why? Why is this on here?
Before I heard the stories of Kung Yu, just looking at the description itself, I was like, okay, this might be pretty good. So I ranked it pretty high,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I heard what you guys said. I'm like,
No,
low.
John. Last week, John was like, "Oh man, this looks like pretty good. I'll give it a 7 out of 10." I was like, "John, you don't know the stories."
You don't know.
Like a war vet.
Oh, you don't understand the flashbacks.
Bro,
Right.
one class gave you PTSD.
Did one class piss me the fuck off. It is very
Oh,
hard to piss me off, but like when you train and I came into martial arts pretty late. I was like 16 when I started. So I've only been doing it 6 years. You guys have been doing it like a lot longer than I have. So I had to catch up a lot. So I was literally training like 5 days a week for like 3 hours a day. It was like a fucking job after school. I don't know. So it's just like when I get demoted like that, or like just not shown the respect, especially when you see our katas, right, Julius?
yeah.
When we just fucking completely smash them out of the water, in my opinion. I just get it's like, dude, I worked a shitload for this, and you're a green belt who's been doing this 6 months. I doubt that you're at a level to teach right now. Just saying.
He's
That's,
getting instructor training.
yeah, it's like, what the fuck, dude? You know that makes me even more like, I can't believe the black belts at that school do that. They just sit there and watch like they're
Yeah.
fucking Confucius or like the Buddha of this entire style. It's like
I'm
so dumb.
enlightened.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, anyway.
Have y'all? Well, I know I think I've sent you stuff, Patrick. But like, have you
Sure.
seen the videos of them in the well, the UCF Kung Nu on Instagram?
You
Them doing
send
their
me them.
practices and whatnot.
Yeah, I've sent them to my instructor. I gotta send it to you, John. It is
Uh,
it's a sight to be. It's what you expect it to be.
Are you talking about cnucf.com?
Oh god. No, they have an Instagram.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and Julius sent me basically video of them doing training. I think it was like sparring or something like that.
Yeah, they've done some weird stuff. Like I'm looking at it right now, and like
It's like call sparring,
this.
John.
Oh my God, one steps?
Yeah, kind of like one step.
Oh no. I'm cringing right now, bro. That's like the bane of my existence in Taekwondo training.
There's literally a video of them, like two guys on one foot on a bag, smacking each other with foam swords, as everybody else is throwing hand pads at them.
Wait, hang on. I'm looking at the Instagram page right now. Is this green belt the one you're talking about, like the really big one?
Yeah, probably.
Oh my
So you have like
God.
a receding hairline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the first post. Oh man.
We gotta put this Instagram up on the. Actually, I can't name names. I
Nah, name names.
I don't want to put it on the. I could put it up on
We gotta leave our digital
the screen
footprint, man.
recording. I don't know. I don't want to get sued by fucking Kung Nu. We'll just talk about them.
Oh yeah, defamation.
Yeah, I don't want a defamation suit my ass to the 20 viewers we have every week. Yeah, I guess that's 20 people they can't brainwash.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
We're making a difference, man. That's what we want.
yeah, right. And then me and Julius are gonna start our own UCF karate club. That actually is good.
Exactly.
I
Dude,
feel like
you
you're
make
gonna
it well
be.
learned with this.
I feel like you're gonna be the more of a head though, Julius, because I'm a little bit busy of a guy.
Oh no, I mean, I mean, I get it. I'm an engineer major, so like I know like I have things that come up randomly.
Yeah, because I'm not even taking classes this week, but this is something we could talk about later anyway.
Do
All right.
you have to be a part of UCF to join a club?
No,
No idea.
I don't think so. Because none of those
Because
guys
it's
in Kung Nu are.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
time to join.
Oh yeah. Dude, we'd have a pretty sweet karate club if it was me, you, and John. That'd be
Oh yeah.
that would be
Yeah,
epic.
I'd be
It'd probably be
teaching
the
you sick kicks.
it'd probably be the best striking club in frickin' UCF history, to be honest. So I know a
What else
lot
do
of
they got over
striking.
there?
What?
What else do they have over there?
They have BJJ and judo.
Okay, judo's respectable.
Yeah. Dude, I walked in on a BJJ class there. And it's BJJ, it's good. It's good grappling, but it's just like
Hey, y'all can't
it's
be fucking in here.
dude, the floor was just covered in people just fucking rolling with each other. And like there's nowhere for me to join in. I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm not doing this. I was like, I have no idea what to do right now. I don't know who's leading the class. I'm just gonna fucking nope out of here.
Walks in, sees a bunch of people on the floor, is sweaty.
Yeah, dude, like
Just leaves.
drenched in sweat. So, but they go hardcore, man. They go hardcore. All right. Oh, what do you guys want to talk about now? We can keep ranking these martial arts. Got any more stories, Julius?
I'm trying to think if there's like anything that like succulently like stays.
Succulently.
I
It's a great adjective
oh
for that school.
one of the things that like bugged me would be like doing their kicks. So like what they would consider like a front thrust kick. They're like, oh yeah, you kick with your toes. Like you kick
What?
directly.
Not the ball of your foot, John. Your toes.
No,
Yeah.
I said like pause, like Pause. Like fuck. No. What? You push
Like
with your toe. Oh my god.
I
You
think
want to
that's
just
like
give them a little toe,
oh,
something to remember you by. Just a little
they
toe
like
on them.
did like I looked looking at their Instagram like when they do a roundhouse kick, they kick directly with their toes into the body. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, no instep or
Mm.
shin, all toe.
It should only be the instep or the shin.
Yeah.
Or like if you really want to, you can use the balls of your feet. But like, come on, man. Ah,
This is
why?
this is the reality of like I'm gonna say 70% of dojos out there
Yeah.
is like they're kind of like this, like just a fucking McDonald's, you know. It's not an actual
Here's your
burger
belt.
joint.
Oh god, you had to say Donald.
What's up with Donald?
Their I guess headmaster. His name is Donald.
Oh my god.
This was like
That's how you
master.
know.
That's how you know
That's from the name, man.
when his name is white as fucking snow. That's how you know.
uh, yeah, that was one thing. And then one of the other guys, my dad and I, we work out with. My dad started telling me about my experiences, so we would always talk about it. I'm like, yeah, they walk in, they just stand there for like a good 10 minutes, just BS and just don't do anything. Then they roll into class. I'm like,
Oh,
no warm up, no like try to stretch on your own, do some things of your own or practice. No, you're just gonna BS.
that's
Nice.
another thing I fucking hated about that thing. It's like you don't bullshit when you're training. There's no shooting the shit. There's like talking here and there, but training is like
Yeah,
fucking. You got to get locked in, or else it's gonna be a shit training session.
exactly.
So I fuck like they're just like fucking making jokes and shit half the time, or just like talking about their fucking day. It's like, dude, this is a 3 hour class. This is why this is 3 hours. So you guys can't shut the fuck up. Getting riled up again already, man. It's the thing I have with these fucking dojos. What's your worst
Yeah.
experience, John?
My worst experience?
Yeah, you ever have anything like this?
I didn't have like a completely shit experience learning some of the styles, but there was a time when people didn't believe that I was a black belt when I went to an ATA school. And I was like, okay, I just wanted to try this out because I miss sparring. And like I told them over the phone, like, hey, yeah, I want to come in for sparring. And they're like, yeah, yeah, you can come in. And so when I went there, they just made me do one steps. And like they were completely flabbergasted by how sharp my movements were because
Right.
I had a world taekwondo background. But there's like everybody stopped their training and they were looking at the one steps that I was doing, and they were like, "You've done this before, haven't you?" I'm like, "Yes, I told you. I'm here for sparring, not this, man."
It's like, wow,
And so
I always love that. You've done this before. Yeah, no shit. Can I actually get training now instead of fucking being a dancing monkey for you guys? God damn.
one of my last class that I went there because I went I know I told them, man, like I want to spar,
Right.
and then they took half the class that was blue belt and above to spar, and then they had me and like the other white belts do one steps. And I'm just watching them spar. I'm like, damn it! All right, my last class. I'm out.
Yeah. It's always like that. And they always try to get you to sign a contract and you can come
Yeah,
2 days a week and fucking you buy your belt's like $100.
like don't get me wrong, like ATA, their basics are fantastic, but their nunchuck forms, everything above that's like black belt level, quote unquote, is like kind of bad.
Yeah,
Just a tad.
just a
That's only
tad.
because it's a business style instead of like an actual traditional martial arts style. It's
Would you
made for
call it
like bringing in money.
a business style? That's pretty good, man.
I I call it a business style because like the basics are great, you know, just
Right.
like any other traditional martial arts. But the main thing about it is the guy that's owning it or the guy that founded it, he's just there to make money.
Yeah. It's a good term for it, man. Business style.
I
Business
don't know.
style McDojo.
I want a pyramid scheme for my style.
Pyramid scheme. That's pretty much what it is. You pay, you get a belt. You pay me more, you get another belt. You
Hmm.
don't learn shit.
This guy's been here for 3 years and he has a yellow belt. And you've been here for 6 months and you paid a lot, so you have a black belt.
Wow, look at you. Go to a tournament. Get completely demolished.
I love demolishing people in tournaments.
Dude, we used a lot of these open tournaments up north as like practice. Because we just knew. Like, honestly, if you saw who was like training in front of you, you just like, if it's a good guy, he's a good, like, you'll be able to tell. But most of the time,
Yeah.
you'll be able to tell if they're not great. And you're like, all right, I'm at least placing today if I don't trip. If I just do not trip, I'll probably place. That's usually, that was what was going through my head, to be honest. And we would honestly just upgrade ourselves a belt. Like, our instructor, he'd be like, yeah, you know what? Go to this tournament as a green belt if you're like an orange belt or something. If you're like a blue belt, he's like, go in as a brown belt and see if you can place. And dude, we would still fucking place.
Yeah.
We would get first, second, third. Yeah, I mean, that's that sport karate, man.
Yeah.
Sport karate. Nationals, though, that's a whole different animal.
Yeah, it is.
What was your experience like at nationals, Julius?
Which one? They,
Which ones did you go to? I think we were at one together and we didn't
yeah,
know.
um,
I was at
so
2018, 2019.
that I was probably a coach by then. I just had retired competitions. Um, but yeah, I competed probably eh, maybe 10, 11, or whatever. Um, Nationals, it was okay. As it progressed, it just got more and more political. And
Yeah,
the older you got, the more of a blood sport it was.
yep, I agree.
Ah, God.
I think it just wasn't. the sparring wasn't there, you know.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
the rules let get more people hurt than actually, you know,
I
protecting them, to be honest.
I remember it was the black belt men. It was like 20 some odd to 30. Everybody pristine white gi, all walked out with a red mark in some shape or form, all on their gis.
Right.
Mhm.
I would honestly
But
prefer continuous sparring at the nationals.
Yeah.
So at
yeah,
least you know what you're getting into. But
yeah.
the fucking rules where it's like you could like stop your fist an inch before the face and they'd still count it as a point. I just never got down with that.
Yeah, but with that also leads to people faking a head rock
Yeah.
and
People
at
faking
which
going down.
oh yeah, so like you may have stopped an inch, but like I'm gonna throw my head back like you hit me super hard and get you the warning.
Right. Yeah, I
Ugh.
had a kid go down 3 times. I hit him with a roundhouse kick 3 times. And he went down 3 times. And I was like, I don't think I'm kicking that hard. Pretty sure this guy is doing some soccer shit right here. Trying to get me like a fucking
Dude, at
red
this
card.
point, if the opponent goes down that much, just disqualify that opponent. He's
Yeah.
not fit to get hit.
Dude, they like bring the medic over. Dude, honestly, that's true. But they brought the medic over like 3 times. And the kid got up in like a minute or 2 minutes. It's so
Ugh.
fucking stupid. This is why I got like jaded with nationals. Like the forms are really good, especially like the weapons forms,
Right.
in my opinion. But like the sparring is just the dumbest shit ever. It's just a fucking stupid game at that point. It's not like simulating actual fighting.
But I can say I have like right now all I can think of is like two like interesting stories or like what the fuck kind of moments.
Sure.
This girl, I was probably 16 at this point. This girl was like 12. She was sparring. She kicked. I guess something happened. Her toe broke and rolled over the other toe.
Oh,
And
Ooh,
like, you want a medic? She goes, no. She rolled it over. She fought. She won. And just she won the entire match. And then she's like, yeah, I'll go see the medic now. She got gold.
that's a
she is
hardcore.
hardcore.
That's a karate practitioner there. That's
Uh,
Damn.
hardcore.
and
Kyokushin,
then
maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
uh,
Fucking
then
broke her toe off.
might have been the same tournament or the one before or after, maybe after. This guy, he was from the Bronx, and I guess my mom was talking to his parents, and him and I were like, we're getting along fine. I fought this kid, basically kind of cheated his way to winning. He's like, he goes, that's bullshit. He goes, Julie should have won that. He goes, I got him next. Don't worry. He walks in, pummels the living shit out of the kid.
Oh god.
Like literally pummels him to the ground, grabs him by the gi, and drags him across.
Oh my god. Man, so this guy's takes care of
Oh,
his friends he just meets.
hell yeah! I'm like, damn, that's
Need a
solid.
friend like that.
He got disqualified, but that kid that got pummeled, he got karma. He won gold, but each match beat the living hell out of him.
Dude, that's fucking so stupid. I hate the disqualification rules. I had a I knew a guy at nationals. His name was Deontay. We're pretty good friends just from meeting at every national tournament. We'd see each other. He
Hmm.
he threw a roundhouse kick and a guy walked into it and got knocked the fuck out, like straight knocked out. And they didn't give him a point. They're like warning, 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 warning. I was like, are you shitting me, dude? Are you fucking shitting me? And then the kid that I kept dropping with my roundhouse kick,
Hmm.
he dropped 3 times, right? Somehow we want to go into overtime and he gets a point off on me on a punch that doesn't hit my face. One of those like, stops right
Yeah.
before you hit punches, Stupid. Whatever. I don't really care. And Deontay gets in, and we don't have coaches there for each other, so we're basically like acting like each other's coach. And I was like, "Come on, Deontay, let's do this. Come on, let's do this." And fucking the kid walks in on Deontay, Dude, his legs are fast, and he fucking sidekicks. And I don't think he looked when he sidekicked, and he snagged the kid in the fucking throat, dude.
Ooh.
And all you hear is, and the kid, like, actually fucking dropped to the ground. I was like, holy
Like a
shit. I was like, we're about to get kicked out for Cobra Kai shit right now. Because they saw Deontay in my corner, and me dropping this kid with roundhouse kicks and jabs to the head on his way down. And they watched me in Deontay's corner as he's sidekicking him in the fucking throat. I'm like, fuck, dude, we're going to get kicked out. And he turns around because, you're supposed to turn around when the opponent goes down for it's like a respect thing.
Yeah.
And he turns around and he looks at me. He's like, dude, they didn't give me a point. I was like laughing my ass off. I was like, dude, you kicked him in his fucking throat. He's like, I thought I kicked him in his face. He's like, no, you kicked him in his fucking throat, dude. Like,
Cobra Kai never died.
dude, I was laughing so fucking hard. I was thinking we were getting kicked out though, but I got fucked up that tournament, dude. I was like, I had to go to the medic tent. Like, I had like tiny like fractures in my sternum from all the punching hitting it. Yeah, like it was hard to breathe. And then I took another guy that I met in New York. I was gonna go say hi to him, and he just fought. And then he's just at the offsides, and I'm like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And then all I hear is, and his like mouth guard comes up, and he freaking is like holding his throat and shit.
Oh, shit.
So I had to like put him on my shoulder, and I brought him over to the medic tent. And then I didn't see him again after that because I left shortly after. So
Damn.
yeah, there was some pretty crazy injuries. 2019.
Oh yeah.
I pretty much couldn't move for like 2 days. Like everything was just fucking pulled and torn and sore. Yeah, it was rough. But, it's what happens when you do like 4 sparring divisions in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
yeah. That's what I did. I wasn't smart. It's like, fuck it, I could handle 4 sparring divisions. Not that great. So Julius,
Yes.
me and John are thinking about starting a tournament here sometime.
Oh shit. All right.
Isn't that right, John?
Turaika tournament.
Strika. I mean,
Okay.
strike in Japanese. So
Really
definitely,
now?
yeah.
Okay.
Because he's based in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in Claremont. So, but I met him. He came down here when I was still working at a gym. I basically just saw John hitting the bag. I was like, all right, this guy's legit. And I was like, hey man, how's it going? What style do you do? Like a fucking little schoolgirl.
We were both kind of like schoolgirls at this point. When I
Yeah.
heard you did Shotokan, I was like, no fucking way.
We were just like throwing kicks on the bag. I was like supposed to be working too. And I'm like doing
Dude, we're working though.
I'm doing jumping side kicks, showing him on the bag and shit like tornado kicks. I was like, what about this kick? And he's like, I'm like, yeah. So
It was funny because there was this big dude at the gym, and he was trying to get to know me. Like, oh, bro, you do combat sports? Because he saw my cauliflower ear, right? He was like,
I
yo,
never
you
even-
wrestling or something like that?
I never even saw your cauliflower ear.
It's on like my right ear.
Oh,
But
okay.
I was like, yeah, I mean, I got it from wrestling and like blah blah blah. And then I can tell that like I was trying to work out, and then after I started hitting the bag, and then you came, and he got kind of jealous because we were talking about martial arts, and then
I didn't see him.
he was just, oh man, he was just sitting in the corner. I feel bad, man. I feel like he wanted to join in.
You
I don't know,
broke his little fanboy heart.
I've honestly had some weird people come up to me just hitting the bag. I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience, but they're like, when you hit a bag at like a commercial gym or something, and the UFC guy or the guy who used to do boxing will come up to you and be like, what style do you do, bro? I don't know if you have that. It's happened to me like a handful of times. And I'm just like,
Which style do you do, bro?
karate? It's like, he's a good man. Or you'd be hitting the speed bag.
Oh yeah.
So, I think we did some bag sparring, right, Julius? Me and you. It was
Yeah,
like our
I know
training.
one of the yeah, I know one of the days we wanted to go practice on the dojo. Some group was using her like, yeah, we're not gonna get that for a while. We'll just go inside the gym and use her bag.
Yeah, I think some guy wanted to use my gloves or some shit. I don't know what was going on that day.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest,
yeah,
I've never had a good experience at that school. That's why I really don't go back too much.
yeah, fair enough.
Every day was like something new. Kung
Oh
new
yeah,
guy annoying me on the bag.
That was good. That was good. That was a good joke. I like that.
Yeah, I have a good one every once in a while.
That was brand Kung New, dude.
Fred Kung new.
um, oh yeah, the gym got rid of the big punching bag.
Oh, well, I'm glad I don't go there anymore. It's the only reason I went there. So, then you always see some dude who just started boxing using the punching bag, being Rocky. Probably has the Rocky playlist going on in his earphones.
That was me.
Most likely.
Da-da-da. Da-da-da.
Pat met me
Adrian.
when I was trying to be Rocky, man. That was crazy.
You're trying to be Rocky, John?
I was trying to be Rocky, bro.
What was that? What
I
was
was
this?
boxing there. I don't think you saw me do kicks on there, did you?
Yeah.
Until
Well, I told you to. I was like, can you do? I was doing like the little finger guns together. I was like, can you do the? Can you do a tornado kick?
the Hinata fingers together.
Yeah,
Naruto shit. That was good.
yeah. Can you do tornado kick? Yeah, I saw some kicks you were doing. So that's my test. I see a kick and I'm like, all right, this guy's legit. It's the test I always do. So
Julius, you said you did Shitoryu, right?
Yes.
What what kind of like stuff does it focus on compared to like other karate styles?
Kind of like instead of like more like in terms of like being aggressive or like more offensive or defensive.
Okay.
Like, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, like you know how like Goju prides itself on like circular movements to really do that hard and soft aspect of things and do a lot of breathing technique. Stands for.
Um, trying to think. We're
you have a lot
so
more short cat stance than Shotokan in your katas.
yeah, we do. Actually, like a lot of us from our dojo, we just always say Shitoru for short because it is the bigger portion. It's Motabu Hashitoru, and we have two different styles. So we typically kind of fluctuate between the two. Either we'll be like we could be hard, strike hard, but we'll always have like a smooth transition or movement. Uh, so we could be very, I guess, more or less, it's balance between being offensive and defensive.
It's like a not as much Shotokan.
Yeah.
Not as super straight, not as, kind of like hard, I would say. It's still pretty hard though. I've seen your katas, they're pretty good.
Thank you.
Harder than Kung Yu.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's
I really
like
want to see more horror stories about it, but
just look at the Instagram.
Yeah. The
I've been looking
Instagram
at it.
says it enough.
Nobody's fit at all in Kung Yu. That's
There's
another thing.
literally
Go ahead, Julie.
there's a video on there like where they had everybody doing like machine gun kicks, and you could see me. I'm the only one as a white belt actually doing the shit harder and better than everyone, even some of the black belts. I think that did it.
Is that when you just don't drop the leg on the
Yeah,
ground?
yeah. I did a lap so fast as everybody's still doing it. I'm like, oh, okay. I switch and like everybody's still doing it. I'm like, fuck. So I literally did a whole nother set. I'm like, okay, they better be finished soon. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's not that hard.
I remember when I was warming up, I was one of the only people warming up and stretching, besides you. And then the other two guys decided to, hey, let's warm up a little bit here. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
probably the closest person to getting into a split that day.
I'm gonna share this link. I'm seeing UCF's like Kunyu. I'm gonna share it real quick.
Oh god. Oh, god. Gonna get a defamation suit.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. I can't.
I mean, I'll look at it. You can still share it. I just won't put it on the
Okay.
screen.
It is an interesting style. But I was watching their one steps or like, I think call sparring. You guys call it call sparring, right?
My dojo we did. I don't know about Julius. Oh my god. These poor fuckers.
I'll send it to Julius too. Hang on.
These poor fuckers, dude. It's not even like practical. Like the striking should be hard too. Oh, there you are, Julius. It's like the only fit guy here. Oh, look at that knee. Oh, look at the balance this guy has. I don't even know what belt he is. Is he a blue belt? Oh, look at these. Look at that. That's Wing Chun, right? Yeah.
I don't even know anymore.
Dude, these
you
poor
can
fuckers.
definitely see.
Julius, we gotta open the dojo. We gotta
progression.
open the club soon, man. These poor
Yeah.
fucking people, man.
I I literally I was telling somebody about the experience yesterday, and
It's like too
th-
smooth.
they said if they were that impressed with you, like you don't even have your gi on, you're just wearing literally just gym
Yeah.
clothing. You
In
two
this
need to
picture,
open your dojo.
In this picture, I'm actually seeing Julius put somebody in a lock. Yeah, dude, you have this guy in a fucking like Kimura right here behind these people just doing shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, and
This is
that was
so
something.
sad.
Now that I remember, they like when they talked about the stances, they kind of told you the name, but not really. And they wouldn't sit there and thoroughly explain how to do the movement. It was just like, oh, um, cat stance. Yeah, we just do
Yeah,
front stance. If we're gonna punch, we step forward, cat stance, and then go forward, but not explaining how the mechanics
it's
work.
because they never had to learn how to teach. Like teaching is like a whole different skill, I
Oh yeah,
think, than just fucking knowing what to do. And we actually had to learn how to teach in my dojo. Like make stuff simple to understand and explain. Dude, these locks that they're doing they're not holding them at all. And these strikes are not, they're not putting the fear in God into the other person to actually do a block to strike it. This is the most dumb shit ever. This is like a crappy game of Ninja.
You're absolutely right about that.
If anybody wants to
oh
see it, just fucking I'm pretty sure you could find it from the context
This
clues
makes
of
me want
this.
to actually play Ninja because that's actually fun.
Yeah. You don't wear a gi in Ninja. I love just seeing you, Julius, in the background, just like looking at the fucking camera, like, this is gonna be a great Instagram video.
yeah. Oh my god, this is gonna be fun.
4 weeks ago. Wow, you stayed in it that long.
Wait, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, it says 4 weeks ago.
March 3rd.
No,
That's when they
that
uploaded it.
nah, I literally quit during the fall.
Oh wow, maybe they just had the video on hand.
I think so, knowing them.
Need to get their content out there.
Wait, Julius, you're in the gym clothes, right? In this
Uh,
video?
That might
what
be
the one
him.
you?
I might be wrong.
I don't know.
Wait,
Anyway, Kunyu, guys.
yeah.
Yeah, I think he's the one in the gym clothes here.
Like, just spending this time, like, watching this, quote, sparring, unquote, is
John,
bad.
back it up and see this black belt observing
Oh, shit.
everybody.
Are you talking about the Asian-looking guy?
Yeah,
Okay, hang on.
look how well he's doing observing the class.
He demonstrates one thing and he just walks around with his hands behind his
Look
back.
look at him, just looking at stuff. Yeah, that's Julius. Like a blue shirt and gray pants.
Yeah.
Wait,
That is you.
when?
I mean, their video was uploaded
Just
4 weeks ago.
watching.
Oh my.
Wait a minute, I'm watching it again. The black belt's he's not even doing instruction. He's just,
He's just fucking
he's not
being
even,
the Shaolin monk of fucking Kung Nu. Like he already knows everything.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, no,
Actually, I really want to put a link to this in the YouTube description.
yeah, yeah, no, that ain't me.
That's not you?
Yeah, if you're talking about laying on the mat,
No, no.
right?
I'll send the link to you real quick.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this is you. Unless I'm
Sorry,
I might be a little bit There you go. Here you go. I put it in the topics.
Haha, Pat's racist. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, no. Well, working with the green belt?
You're working with, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's not me.
That's not you in the
Nope.
background.
Yeah, no, that's not me. If
Oh,
anything, I would have wore my gi.
okay. Lucky bastard.
Bring it to flame him this time. It's okay.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, UCF karate. What should we? Let's do some names right here. What do you think we should call it, John?
I was kidding.
Strika.
Oh man.
Real. I was. You know what? I was gonna be such a jerk, and I told Julius, I was like, we should call it real UCF karate.
You know, like I remember I saved a file that we started working on. I literally named it as that.
Really?
Yeah, I
That should
literally
be the
named it Real
name.
Karate Constitution.
Well, I was told like we should call it UCF karate because UCF might be like, you know, if we have the
Yeah.
UCF name in it, they might like us better. You know what I mean?
Put karate club.
Karate.
You know,
Not.
there's karate over there. There's karate over here.
That's good. Not shit karate club. 2022. Come join. You actually want to
Not-
learn a striking
Not you.
martial art? Oh, yeah. So, for anybody out there who is looking to get into a martial art, be very careful of what you join. And
Yeah.
also, sit in on a class before you fucking make any binding contract decisions.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to tell from that point, right?
I was lucky enough to go and try it out for a month, up to like, I would say a month is enough time to know when what you're doing is like legit stuff.
Right. Yeah, probably like a month.
But
So-
during that month, you should really observe like who's higher rank and like how they move, if they're sharp or not, and like
well-
if the baseline like middle like blue belt guys, or if they're good or not.
Right.
That's how you should know it's good.
As well as how they behave too.
Yeah.
Like they should be pretty disciplined, and when it's time to train, it's time to train. You know.
Yeah.
Like no fucking BS in the training at all. If you want to take it seriously. If you just want a belt, go to a fucking Kung Nu dojo
Yeah.
and do, you know,
Hey.
octopus movements.
The art of 8 limbs, man.
All right, well,
Like not good.
not good 8 trigrams. All right, well, I think we'll leave it here today. Thanks for coming on, Julius.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for telling the story of Kung Nu. Pleasure to talk to you again. It's been a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
It's been a bit. We'll get together here soon, though. Kind of
Alright.
gotten everything straightened out in my life a little bit more, so for sure.
I feel you.
All right. That's the end of podcast episode 3. Thanks for coming, guys.
All right.